How to bao bao nhiêu?
Ít nào.
Ok. Con tới. Hey.
Dada, you must go somewhere else. Mama, you need to go from the bottom again. Then you go in the middle. Then you find zoo already.
Put the card up with me.
What is this?
What is this?
Where's Dada? Is Dada going outside? Hey. Throw away the car. Your face. I'm gonna my face.
Where are we going?
To the zoo.
The zoo.
Đi một xe. Đi một xe. Đây đây đây.
Wow, it's so nice.
Wow, Mama. The elephant.
Elephant. So many animals.
Mama, I want
It's so cute. Disney got Chinese.
Mama, what is
So cute, this one. One giraffe.
Mama, I want to have Come to me. Sorry. Wow! I feel sad.
Yeah, you see a giraffe won't fall one, won't fall one. Okay, let's go. The giraffe won't fall one.
There she goes. What an incredible flight from midnight, ladies and gentlemen. Now, did you know that Malay fish owls just... Well, if it isn't Foxtrot, our tiny but frightening fennec fox, together with plenty of spaces. That's right. Now these animals live up to shelter in lots and burrows during the day and collect. Hyenas have powerful jaws and are able to crush even the bones of their prey. But unfortunately, hyenas. Bye-bye everyone. Good night.
Lastly, look above you. The red buttons are the emergency buzzers. Please press them should you require any assistance. Thank you.
Over there, up there, Zin, up there. Can you see up there? Up there?
Now, they take in
That one I like flamingo.
and stream tiny organisms
I like
from
flamingo.
the water. As we move into the clearing, look around. After each
Oh, you see, so close, so close.
animals are shared.
Oh, so
Vital
cute, Zin, so cute. Look at the deer.
Deer. These are the axis or
That
cheetah.
work.
When alarmed,
Wow.
they produce a loud barking.
Deer.
Oh, the smell.
Can you spot a deer species? Female first, followed by females, and lastly the cubs. You know, in this short journey into the wilderness tonight, we have seen many endangered species. Several of them require protection. Our visit has made the protection.
See the sloth?
Yung pangolin come already. Hello, pangolin. Can't find Jin already.
Yeah, you see, you see, you see. You see the otter? See the otter? Asking for food.
They're hiding. But I want to climb up there.
want yogurt? You want yogurt? Zin, donut, Zin. Zin, donut.
Ripper.
What's that? What's that?
Potato.
Potato. Do you see? Zin, what? Oh, Dada.
Water, 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 Got 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Hey, no.
Where? Oh,
Oh, your giraffe is missing.
We are family. 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 Mama, is that the one?
what inside? Why cannot open? Oh, I thought it's a post office. Post box. So nice. You see, this one is Malaysia post box. Auntie over there, you see the pawpaw? Pawpaw? You see pawpaw? Oh, it's opening. Oh, wow, let's go.
I'm here to entertain you with my favorite song. Please sit down.
Oh, careful. Wow. Yeah, back out.
Mama, what for this button?
Oh, my dinner is coming.
Here you go. Your order. I need 10. Oh, I put this one up.
Okay, I hold first. I hold. Later everything drop. I put it here. I put it here on my lap. Okay, what do you want to go and take?
I need to go.
Hi. So hot. Oh, what's this? You sleepy? Have a sleep, maybe? Say hi.
Oh,
You want mushroom? Hào không ạ? Good job. Cold? You ready?
prawn noodle soup. Tiếng quả đó.
You want it? Go down here?
is that the baby one?
Mm-hmm. Go, go. Go down, go down.